But if I see you hanging around at any time,
it's not unusual to see me cry.
Yes.
All right, here we go. The Lunsby Show with T-Bone.
And chick fruit.
God bless. All these years, just get it right one time.
What do you want from me?
40 years they've been trying. You couldn't fire somebody if they were horrible, doing a terrible job for the veterans. And now you can say you're fired.
Okay. No one listens to radio.
And now for a quick disclaimer. The Lunsby Show with T-Bone
And chick fruit.
is brought to you by nobody. We have no sponsors.
The show is still rated G.
For Gloria. I almost felt like giving you the week off.
What?
Yes, but I taped an episode with our friend Will C yesterday, and I was like, I could let her have the day off, but then I said, no, I shan't. I'll bank that and use it for when I'm on vacation.
Oh, what about when I'm on vacation?
You're always on vacation.
Yes, I am.
That's what you get for being a trophy wife.
I spent the day in Sevilla with the manager and Tracy. We had a great day.
What did you do?
Well, we went to a paint your own ceramic studio, which is a job that I had in my younger years.
Sounds fun.
And I had the best time. I don't know how they felt about it. They're like, this is stressful. And I'm like, it's not stressful. We're just painting. But we all made something different. It was a really fun. And then we went to lunch. And then Tracy had never been to the top of the mushroom.
How do you not go to the top of the mushroom?
That's what I'm saying. So I said, my treat, everyone to the top of the mushroom. It's only 95 degrees out. Let's go. So we...
And there is no elevator.
They have an elevator.
What?
To go up, but then they have a spiral staircase of death and doom to go down. So you used to be able to take the elevator up and down. Now you can only take it up, and they're like, no, you go this way, you go this way. They kept saying, go this way. And I was like, this doesn't seem like the right direction. I've been here many times. And then it was like, oh, we're going down these stairs. But they've put all of these signs like, hey, did you know this is the largest structure built out of wood? Hey, did you know that this is what the wood looks like? Go ahead and touch it. Hey, oh my God, you want me to die.
It's so educational.
Yeah.
Where did you eat lunch?
I'm just like looking around, open mouth, not watching where my feet are going. Yikes.
Where did you eat lunch?
Booga ramen. It was all right.
Because right across the street from the mushroom is a slice.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Hey, a little warning there for you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, T-Bone. This is my friend Chick Brew. She lives in southern Spain. I live in central Pennsylvania. We get together once a week to practice our singing skills. And then we also talk about things. No, I enjoyed the singing warm up. That was fun. Again, as I said, I did an episode with Will. It was going to just be a quick interview. We were going to do like a 30-minute interview, but we get along so well that it went the full hour. And I was just like, I'm just going to turn that into an episode, and I'll play that while I'm on vacation. I also have these notes that I wrote down of things that I wanted to talk to you about, but I don't do a good job of explaining my notes. When I write a note, at the time I'm making the note, I'm like, oh, this is interesting, blah, blah, blah. And then a week later, I'll come back and I'll look at it and it just says blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what in the heck does that mean? What was I thinking about? Sliding into my DMs. I can't tell you what I was thinking when I wrote that.
I don't know, but I sent you some really funny reels and a perineum infection story.
No, don't do that. That is not what I need. I do not need perineum infection stories.
You sometimes need a perineum infection story.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, and if you haven't gone back and listened to past episodes, one of the side effects for one of the very popular drugs out there is a potentially lethal infection of the perineum. Which is
what happened to this guy is he got an infection in his perineum. And he dude it out real hard and just didn't really know what was going on. And then his junk fell off.
Wait a second.
So then they attached it to the forearm.
They attached a donor thing.
Yeah.
So there was somebody out there who donated their body for donor things, and they took his junk and they grew it on this guy's forearm
during the COVID era, and he couldn't get into the hospital for a swappy.
It's a pretty impressive piece of junk he's got hanging there.
Yeah. Also, like, if you're into that, if you donate your body to science, your junk could go on to do junk things past your expiration.
And you remember on the radio, we talked about this a long time ago. I've reached the age where no one needs or wants my organs. I am an organ donor, but no one wants my organs anymore. It's just...
Did you know in Texas you can be an organ donor, but in addition to being an organ donor, you can donate to Family First?
Yeah, we have talked about that, and I think that's the way it should be.
100%.
If I lose someone close to me that is a potential donor for an organ that I need, I should get first dibs. There's no doubt about that.
Right. I'm put up with you. And I was like...
And that may have been something that I was commenting about when I wrote that note about sliding into my DMs, in that we do not talk except during the show. But as of late, you have been sending me a bunch of things in private message, and they tickle me and they make me laugh, but I just, it's outside of the norm.
You know what? I just love you so much.
I think you miss me. You want to tell me.
I need to show you, because I want you to laugh. I want you to have a little chuckle, or fear.
Yeah. So potentially lethal infection of the perineum is terrifying. Potential junk falling off infection of the perineum is equally terrifying.
In my head, when we talk about the perineum infection, which we do a lot, considering this is not a show that has anything to do with medical advice other than get your taint checked, I always in my head am like, oh, like an ingrown hair, I don't think oh my God, someone's junk could fall off. That's not what I'm thinking.
That's just insane, man.
Uncomfortable. But sometimes people, I'm guilty of it. Everyone says, oh, it's dudes, but I don't think it's dudes. I think it's anyone with a rational fear of finding out the unknown. And I think it's so many times you're I should probably go to I lived with this pain in my back, and for 5 years, and it would take my breath away. And that was about the time that you were like, oh yeah, I gotta lay on the floor, and oh, it's a heart attack. And I'm like, oh God, I'm too young. So I finally go to the doctor, they're like, we can't see anything. And then I told my massage therapist, hey, by the way, I have this pain in my back. And then she poked it, and she goes, oh, it's your lymph node, it's stuck. And I don't have it anymore. So...
Well, if you did that here in central Pennsylvania, they'd arrest you for human trafficking. Because apparently there are no massage therapists here that don't work for the cops.
Oh.
Yes. And I hate the fact that everything is human trafficking. It could just be prostitution. It could just be inappropriate conduct. Not everything has to be human trafficking. I think grouping it...
get the sentence. That's the goal.
It takes away the oomph of what actually is human trafficking when everything is human trafficking.
I don't want humans near me. I'm not going to steal a human. I don't need an extra human. I have all the humans strategically placed in my life where I want them specifically.
I wouldn't mind.
Stealing any.
I think kidnapping for fun could be a nice side hustle. Everybody out there's got the thought that one day somebody's going to kidnap them. What if we just made it happen? We get ourselves a nice little van with a big old sliding door on the side, and you're outside and you're walking and you're minding your business, and we roll up and we put a hood over your head and we make you disappear. We don't do anything to you. Nothing bad. We just kidnap you to give you the rush of what it's like to be kidnapped. And then later, we'll free you. We'll let you go. And then you pay us and thank us and leave us wonderful comments on Yelp. TK's kidnapping service was amazing. I felt terrified and safe at the same time.
It's cardio. We're getting your heart rate up. 0 effort on your part. Emotional damage comes for free.
Can we talk about your critiquing of the artwork that I create?
What did I?
Yeah. You critique everything. That's not me. I don't look like that. Who is that supposed to be? AI thinks it does. I took your Beagle Woman rescuer image and I put that into the mix and I said, make us into superheroes. And it put a big old paw. It put a big old paw on your chest, which I thought was cool. And it kept the blonde hair. I didn't tell it to do that. And it kept the glasses. So that's what AI thinks you look like.
But that is not my nose.
No one's ever looking at your nose.
I look at my nose. I have a cute little poop nose.
To be fair, mine isn't a fair representation of my actual looks either. I don't look nearly
like yours
as
is
dashing.
Like a younger version of you. Like I feel like I would still be like, that's T-Bone. But you like that might be.
Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten in radio? No one knows what you look like. They can only assume what you look like. They can guess what you look like.
Everyone in my radio career has been part of this very tiny community in which they see me everywhere I go.
Oh, that is also true.
Yeah.
If you work in big radio, they don't know what you look like. So they only...
No one has ever made that offer.
Well, one day anything can happen. You'll have to come to Central Pennsylvania. One of our local radio stations now, this is how they advertise themselves. I'm not making it up. Guaranteed 100% human. That's how they advertise their channel because there's not a lot of human channels left anymore. You know this as well as I do.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of channels that it's just somebody's iPad on shuffle, and the computers play all the ads and they do the weather. They do it all. It's all fake. It's all fake. And to get actual human radio people. One of the things I miss when I was in radio is that people could call up. And we could take their calls and we could, live interview them. And we tried doing that here for a bit, but it just didn't work out because you're in the future, I'm in the past, and our listeners are all over the world. And we record. She asked me, I swear to God, she asked me every week the same question, and I respond the exact same way every week. When are you guys going to tape? I don't know. I tell you every week I don't know. Because I don't know until she tells me when we're going to record. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Every week.
I even forgot today was Sunday because tomorrow's a holiday. So I was like, just going through a weekend. And I was like, you said what time? And I was like, oh, today's Sunday.
I have been mucho busy. I went to the Thursday night open mic. I went to the Friday night show with my friend Will C. I went Saturday. He came over here. We taped an episode Saturday night. Me and the wife go out to watch his show. Today is Sunday. I did the supplemental. I'm hanging out with you. And after this, I have to go to my movie premiere.
Ooh.
Yes. And because award-winning director Hal Kramer's not going to be available, I may be the person receiving the award, should we be fortunate enough to win the award.
I am sending all the vibes your way.
Well, I mean, we know one person with an Oscar.
We do?
Yes.
Or an Emmy.
Oh, Emmy. So you don't know anybody, you don't personally know anyone that's won an Oscar?
No.
I'm working on it.
All right, will you let me know when my debut is? Because obviously I'll win an Oscar. When I was a kid, I really wanted to, be in acting. I really wanted to. I was as committed as a child can be.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my brain that you were a Glee kid.
Yeah, 100%. Choir, theater. And then as I got older, I got super shy. And I don't know what happened because I used to not be. I would sing, I would dance terribly, I would do these things. And somewhere in high school, that teenage angst, and I just got super shy. And I
feel like
completely shut down.
Goth was part of your life. I feel like there was a goth phase.
Yeah, there was, but I completely shut down. And in theater, I went into lights and sound and set design, and I really loved it. I learned how to upholster furniture. But then I just never really took the stage as a fully formed adult. So sometimes I think that I would be interested in doing it again. And then I think, you're probably not going to do well and you should just stay on the podcast.
I told you that the billboard company had reached out to me to do a commercial for the billboard company, right?
Oh, do it. You should do it.
Not only am I going to do it. Oh, look, let's see how many plays we got on the new one. Gotta add some more money to it. Yeah, so they reached out to me. They said, you've been a customer for a while. Would you like to make a commercial for us? And I was like, nah, I don't.
You are the Greek
what
freak,
the heck?
but
Oh,
to be a
scared
true
the
demigod,
Jesus! Stop!
like
Stop!
mine.
Stop!
Gotta have a
Stop!
few
What is that?
Mini Greek freak is adorable.
What
What's next?
is that?
Your hair.
Stop it!
Hair.
Yes. Trust Uncle Maui.
Stop!
It's like jazz music.
I don't know if you could hear that, but it was blowing my ears out, and I couldn't get it to stop. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah, the billboard company commercial. So I didn't know what I was going to do, and then my brain took over and did some brain things, and it came to me, and I was like, oh, this is going to be good. And I know exactly I went in because I didn't have anything to write down with the idea, so I just typed the whole idea into ChatGPT, not expecting ChatGPT. I didn't say do something with this. I just said blah 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 blah. I typed it all in, and I hit enter, and then it's like, that's an excellent idea, and it gave me the full rundown, like camera 1, do this, camera 2, do this, and I was like, I didn't need all that. I just needed to get the idea out of my brain and into another thing, so I could come back and revisit that. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to do it at the Valley Bistro. And I'm going to have my wife star in it. You know, my wife was my first TV wife, right?
First TV wife?
So we were doing a commercial, one of our award-winning commercials. Actually, we did not win the award for this particular commercial. And they cited the gratuitous use of a dead child.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. At the end, dead baby gets carried away. But we were doing this commercial. We had it all set up to do. AFN was supposed to meet me at the restaurant there in Mota, and they just didn't show. And Jules was someone that I knew and I liked, and she was attractive, and I wanted her to be my TV wife. And it just didn't happen. And then we had to reschedule, and we rescheduled. She wasn't available, so I just asked. I said, I don't care who's my TV wife, just give me someone with bigger attributes, okay? I want the biggest attributes in the market. And there was a woman that worked, I think she worked at MWR there in Sicily, and she became my second TV wife. But lo and behold, first TV wife was the real one for me.
She's the real one.
She's real.
Not just on TV, folks. Someone actually married this guy.
Yes, which just means my ability of hypnosis. My hypnosis techniques are just the best ever. Not only did I want to talk to you about critiquing the artwork that I do for the show, that you just so mean to me.
I'm participating at least.
Have you contributed any artwork?
I made a video that you still haven't loaded.
Haven't seen it.
I sent it to you.
I haven't seen it.
I'm pretty sure I sent it to you last week or the week before.
I would think I would have seen it if you had sent it to me. I got the original robot dance. That was very funny. Something else,
I just
Lieutenant
replied
Happy
to where I
Face.
sent it.
You just replied to where you sent it. Did you send it via email?
No, I sent it on Facebook. I sent it on the 17th of May.
Is it 17th of May? Is it just below Beagle Girl?
Just below Beagles.
Oh, well, there you are. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now that I finally see,
is that?
I mean, what can I expect? It took you, God knows, at least 9 episodes to get it done.
Yeah. But I got it shorter. Sometimes you just need to
I think the listeners will really enjoy that, so I can't wait to share that with them. I will do that.
I also would like to see the reaction, you cooking with me video. That would be fantastic.
Tell me more.
So you watch my video and then make the pair of shoes.
I could try that.
It's just one clip. Beep, 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 beep.
In my notes of things to talk about, I also have editing is hard. I have no idea why I wrote that.
Because it takes me 9 episodes to make a video.
Yes. but maybe I was having a difficult time. Editing the most recent episode of ours, and I couldn't tell you why. Oh, I remember. Look at me, Eureka! I have found it. We went an hour and 7 minutes on our last episode, which normally fixes itself if I remove the silences. If I do trim silences, that'll usually cut off a good 7 minutes, no problem. It did not last week. We worked so well last week that we had very little silences that needed to be removed. So trimming those 7 minutes was actually quite a challenge. Darrell does not close us out next week or last week. I had to selectively choose things that we were saying to remove them. It was a real challenge. It's so funny because if we go long and then I take out the silences and then we're usually right at where we need to be. But if we go long and we're having a great episode, it's very difficult to choose what's going to have to go because I'm trying to keep them right at an hour.
Yeah.
To the second. I mean, I don't have to. I don't know why I feel the need to do that. But I feel like it needs to be 1 hour of content that people can listen to us whenever they want. And that's such a great thing. I got to listen to Ashley Pontius the other day. Ashley, you need to look her up. She is so funny. She was on the Attempted Delivery podcast with Sean Dickensheets and Damian. Ashley Pontius is on there, and I am cracking up. I've seen her live before. I've shouted her out many times, but this particular interview that she did on Attempted Delivery was so funny. I was laughing so hard that when the reason I brought that up is because I listen on the way to the club, but I don't have enough time to drive to the club to catch the whole episode. So I drive to the club wherein I see Damian and Sean, and I tell them the Ashley Pontius episode is just absolutely hilarious. But I haven't listened to the rest of it yet. So on the way home, I listened to the rest of it. This is how inspired I was. Me and Ashley are not friends. I know her, she knows me, but we're not friends and we're not connected on social media. But I slipped into her DMs. Maybe that's what I was writing down. I don't know what that meant. But I sent her a private message and I just said, great show. You are so funny. Something like that. And check out the non-creep factor. That's it. That's all I did is tell someone you're very funny. You did a great job. That's it. And a day later, she came back and said, thank you. And that is it. End of conversation.
Perfect.
The way it should be. The way it should be with all conversations with people who are not your friends. Like, no kidding. Real life, you've touched them before, friend.
In an appropriate way.
So Will does a great thing where he, at the very beginning of the show, he throws a big old curveball and he gets the audience to stand up and hug the people to the left of them and to the right of them. In a room full of strangers, you get up and you hug.
No.
And the mentality behind that is you need a certain amount of hugs every day to,
10 healthy human touches a day.
How many?
10.
He says 12. And he breaks it down like 4 for some reason and 8 for another reason, but 12 is his goal, and no one's getting 12 hugs a day. Who the heck is getting 12 hugs a day? Is anybody out there getting 12 hugs a day? No.
You don't want 12 hugs.
Puppies get 12 hugs a day.
Oh, yeah. 100,000 hugs. Whether they want them or not.
Today was a rough day for no reason whatsoever. The next thing I have written down on things I want to talk about was, I'm going to clean it up a little bit. It says laugh, dang it. And I go out of my way to try to make you laugh, and I can get you to laugh, but the laughs that you give me are barely audible. Yes, I need you to up your laughter. If I truly tickle you, I need you to give me more. Then we were talking about that. I do that at the club. I sit in the back, as always. And if something is said and the crowd is not reacting to something that's funny, I project my laugh through the audience, over the audience's head, and that seeds laughter.
Right, because no one wants to be the person not laughing.
Right, especially if it's an off-color joke, but it's still funny. And the last note that I had on things that I wanted to talk about that I don't remember because I don't take good notes. Shut up.
I did it. We laughed.
Yes, that's great. It was when to say when.
When?
I don't know. I've got to do a better job of taking better notes. I don't know what that meant. But I had 5 things I wanted to talk to you about. I read you every one of them, and I'm not sure what any of them meant. Do you want to make it?
When to say when? That's like when you're full. Do you mean, are you overeating? Are you undereating?
I'm not. We went to Sushi Heaven on Friday.
Nice.
Because it's the place, it's just the place to take people. It's economical. It's all you can eat sushi. The food is very good. They have teppanyaki there, or as my wife likes to correct me every time I say teppanyaki, hibachi. They got the hibachi, and they got the sushis, and then the food is amazing, and the staff is awesome and attentive and friendly. I love Sushi Heaven. Sushi Heaven, if you want to sponsor this show, you just let me know. We'll sponsor you on the cheapness. But that's kind of the only time I go there is when Will's in town, and that boy can eat. That boy can eat. Good for him. But I did not take it as a challenge to my manhood. I did not get into an eating contest with him. I had a reasonable amount of food at an all-you-can-eat place, and I walked out of there kind of proud of myself. Like, look what I can do.
So let me do some math real quick.
Okay.
So was it last May? Last May when we did the 75 hard, Jess and I from work. Is that when it started? 85 pounds down.
Oh my goodness. I am so happy for you.
Was it last May or the May before? I don't know.
Stand up. Let me see you, woman. Let me see what you got going on here.
Well, first, let me show you. These are my.
Oh, put those down.
I gotta wear the belt because none of my clothes fit.
That's awesome. So I'm so happy for you. Good job.
Because I don't want the back pain. But now every time I have back pain, I'm like, oh God, could this be it?
Could it be?
Introducing new fear into my life. A few years back, I lost a dear friend of mine. He had an aneurysm in his stomach. And it presented as, I think I need to poop, kind of stomach pain.
Oh, why do you tell me these things?
I know, because if I have to fear every time I feel like I need to poop, then you gotta suffer too.
Every time my perineum itches, I'm like, it's probably a deadly infection.
My junk is gonna fall off. Yeah. No,
I'm down about 50 pounds. I have been under 300 pounds since my actual birthday. My goal was to stay under 300 pounds by the time of my fake birthday. I've continued to be under 300 pounds, but I'm hovering right there. I haven't been able to drop more. A friend of mine who is losing an amazing amount of weight really preaches the protein. You got to do protein, you got to do protein, you got to do protein. So I've started doing protein. I have a protein shake for breakfast. I have a protein yogurt with a whole scoop of protein added for lunch. And that literally is filling me up. I'm drinking a protein shake. I'm having a protein yogurt with an extra dash of protein for lunch. Maybe a banana, if they're available or something like that, some kind of fruit. I'm not really doing it. I'm not hungry. When I get home and it's time for dinner, I really don't want to eat dinner. I just picked up some more protein. The only detriment to it is, and it is working, and I don't want to eat because they say protein makes you feel fuller. I just didn't think I was going to feel fuller from the anus up. I am so chronically constipated. And
you gotta eat fiber.
You drink water. Just drink the water.
No.
I'm drinking the water, and I'm
gotta eat. As my recruiter told me, you gotta eat broccoli because it's nature's broom.
Broccoli. I do like broccoli.
Asparagus.
But I'm drinking all the proteins. Shouldn't protein
will make you not poop. You got to get the prune juice back.
Oh my goodness, man. It is unquestionably uncomfortable.
Perineum pressure.
There's so much perineum pressure.
Oh, my perineum. I think there's a remake in there somewhere. Perineum pressure. Yeah, I think we can do it.
Oh, no, we're not doing that.
Pressing down on me. It's in Pressure in the butt. Yeah, I think we can do it.
You're in a very melodious mood today. I like that about you.
I am. It's because I was driving my car for so long today. The
Why?
music was good. The vibes were good because I was in Sevilla.
It's not that far away.
Yeah, but I don't spend that, like, on average, I spend like 20 minutes in my car a day.
True.
Back, like,
True.
That's like 2.5 hours of just pure shuffle. It was good. The shuffle was good today.
I'm glad you guys had a good time. There's a lot of things I would recommend to doing in Sevilla. Do you know Columbus left out of Sevilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't think that Sevilla is close enough to the ocean for him to do that, but he did. He just went down the river there, and if you do a river cruise, they have little river boats, and they'll give you a nice little tour of the river. It was a real good time. I enjoyed that.
I didn't realize the Puerto Castle tour is fascinating. I love it, and that's where Columbus got the money for the Santa Maria ship.
Not true. He got it at the local bus stop.
Little El Puerto de Santa Maria. But it's crazy when you look at where the water used to sit and where it sits now.
Yeah, that is crazy. So and there's a place in Turkey where the Philistines are Philified, and St. John, what was the name of this?
All I can ever think of is Bahrain, and we're reclaiming the land in the name of Allah, dredging up the sand to make it bigger.
Ephesus is in Turkey, and it's an amazing place. I highly recommend it. If you ever get a chance to go there, go to Ephesus. But it was obviously Roman, conquered, of course, and a big mountain and beautiful Roman ruins, really, really nice Roman ruins. And then they walk you down to what used to be the port, where Julius Caesar and his wife would come off of the ship and they would walk through the village of Ephesus. But that's just dirt. Lots and lots of dirt. There's no river, there's no waterway anywhere near, because up back behind you is a mountain that decided one day it was going to fall and just took it all away. But really cool. Hey, let's move on to the Book of Everything.
The book of everything. One of everything. One of everything. One of everything. The book of everything. One of everything. The book of everything.
I cannot tell you how happy I am with that product. That is me. I did that. I'm so proud of that. Here we go. Every week we go into the Book of Everything. When we go into the Book of Everything, we try to find a strange, rare, unusual fact. We share it with you. Then we challenge you, the listener, to try and use this fact in your conversations. Until next week. Here we go. When he died in 1891, John Davy, a schoolmaster of Zenor, Cornwall, was the only person in the world that spoke Cornish. He kept the language alive by talking to his cat. Yeah, 1891, John Davy dies. He was the last person to speak the language known as Cornish, and he kept it alive by talking to his cat. Now let's think about that for a second. If there are no other humans that know the language that you're speaking, and you're only speaking the language to your cat,
is it real?
Is it real? Is it?
Are we even real?
I mean, who's checking? Nobody else?
My dogs can't understand me.
Boopity boop 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 boop.
Is this real? Are we real?
I'm speaking Cornish. I learned from John Davy. Boop 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 boop.
I'm spiraling. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
I got into the. I got a little strange this week. I kept talking in Jason Statham voice. I don't know why. It was something that started the conversation, and I slipped in the voice, and then I couldn't get out of it. I just kept speaking like Jason Statham all day. And apparently, in my version of Jason Statham,
do you have any friends left?
He's a little bit more Irish. Maybe Australian. I don't know. It was good when I was doing it. It's never good when I'm performing. It is a grovel with a touch of an accent. That's all it is. but I don't have
you know what I was watching? We were watching Virgin River on Netflix.
Okay.
And like one of the main characters, her dad has like come back into her life or whatever. And he talks in the Batman voice. This is like the second season that he's in. And I never noticed it the last time. But this time he was, I love making furniture. I'm like, bro, what is happening? I'm going to have to go back to the last season because I do not remember him being Batman.
I like Batman. I like that Batman voice. I didn't understand it because none of the previous Batmans, I think Christian Bale was the first one to do the Batman voice. All of the other Batmans just talked in their voice.
Regular voice.
Yes. So when he was doing that, I think me and Jules, we were in North Carolina at the time. We went to watch some movie because that's something we did. And I was like, why is he talking like that? That doesn't make any sense. And then she, in the strangest turn of circumstances, she's explaining to me why Batman uses a different voice as Batman so people wouldn't recognize him. And she was right.
Oh, it still doesn't make sense. It's still a weird choice.
But isn't he like the only superhero that uses a different voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man, all of the Spider-Mans talk in their voices. Superman's talk in their voices.
Regular chitty chat.
Yeah, they just take off their glasses. That's pretty much all they do.
Is it real or not real? Is the question. Is it really Batman voice? Or if he's the only one that does it, is he really Batman?
Maybe he's Cornish.
I think he might be Cornish.
I like Bane. Isn't Bane the bad guy in one of the? Yeah. I am the darkness. I like that guy. Anyway, that is our book, our fact from the Book of Everything. Let's move along. It's time to talk about cooking.
And tonight proved one thing. You know, all.
She is a no-kidding chef. She's got the paperwork to prove it. But a rank amateur. She's a foodie. I'm a fatty. This is the section where we talk about food. I love when Damian has guests on his show. Food is always a big thing on their show. They talk about quite a bit. They get into like the weird things, like personal habits when it comes to food, what they do like, what they don't like, what they hate. Like, I'm always surprised when people hate tomatoes. I don't understand why people would hate a tomato. Tomatoes are tasty and delicious.
The serving of a tomato. I don't like a hot tomato.
Really?
I don't mind a tomato sauce, but I don't like a pan-fried English breakfast type tomato or like a roasted tomato.
How about a stuffed tomato?
No, it's hot. I don't want it.
I like a stuffed tomato.
I don't want it.
Yes.
The skin gets like stuck to the roof of my mouth. It's kind of slimy.
I don't like a lot of tomato in my tomato sauce. I know this is going to sound strange saying it out loud. I don't like a lot of formed tomato.
No, yeah, I don't like that either.
In my tomato sauce. Oh, and let's talk about last week's episode and the title that you didn't like. Because you critique me on everything, apparently.
Mouthfeel?
I do not hear that word. And then it came up in our episode last week, and then you said you hated that word. And next thing I listen to, or the next thing I watch on Facebook, the next reel or whatever I'm watching, these guys say that multiple times. And it had to be. It had to be the title of the episode.
It's a terrible way to describe literally anything.
So what have you made recently that would be of interest to our listeners?
I mean, I didn't do anything crazy this week. I did randomly decide that it was Memorial Day weekend and therefore I should barbecue. So I smoked a little roast. I made some coleslaw and put some corn on the grill. It's delicious.
All of that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
A good time. It tasted delightful. And I used my Ninja wood fire. Come on, Ninja. Where's the sponsorship? I love that thing. I think everyone should have one.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have anything to add to the conversation. I feel bad about that.
Ate sushi? What kind of sushi did you do? What did you go for?
I could tell you, this is how little I ate at the all-you-can-eat sushi place. I could tell you exactly what I had. I got the steak hibachi that came with fried rice and fried vegetables. It was very good. I got the volcano sushi, which it's got the seaweed with the nuts. Oh, it's so good and crispy and tasty and delicious. I filled up on my wasabi because I haven't had any good wasabi in a long time, so everything got the wasabi kick to it. I had a couple of spring rolls. They brought those out. I had some crab rangoon. I did all of that, and I finished off with a plate of just chicken. So, yeah, if you order from the grill, they're going to bring you rice and vegetables with your meat. But they also don't want you wasting their food, and I only wanted the chicken. So if you ask them, can I only have the chicken? They are all for that. So that was everything I ate at the all-you-can-eat place. Could I have eaten more? You better believe it, because I didn't eat that morning. I was prepared to go to
I saved up space for this.
But at the same time, I'm not trying to be that guy anymore. I'm not drinking all these stupid protein shakes and being full up from the butt up. I'm not going through all these struggles trying to lose weight and sushi's good for you. It's healthy. It's tasty. It's delicious.
It's got omega-3s.
It's got the threes.
The threes.
But since we're in the food talking segment, we're going to continue talking about food and rolling right into last week's question of the week. Last week's question of the week, if you don't remember, was what was your poorest food? And underneath that, it was nice enough to say the food that you had to eat when you didn't have money. We got a lot of good responses in this week. Robert is a big fan of the old hamburger, mac and cheese with peas. Now, I've had that dish. You get the cheapest hamburger that you can buy. You brown it up. You get the cheapest macaroni and cheese you can buy, and a can of peas. Not the good frozen peas. You got to get the soggy canned peas, and you put that all together in a food mixture, and you eat it, and it will sustain life. And if you ration it, you can sustain life for a little bit longer. Before having heard last week's episode, Mr. Taney responds with, I'm not kidding, 2 slices of bread, ketchup, and pepper. He says it tastes exactly like an egg sandwich. Our conversation last week before he heard it was me talking about ketchup sandwiches.
Yep, you do love a ketchup sandwich.
I loved when I needed to eat something and feel good. So, Mama Knuckles there, she takes a trip back down memory lane, and she's talking about times that she doesn't like to think about. You know, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. She's one of the strongest people I know. But
Mama Knuckles is awesome.
She lists 2 cans of creamed corn, 2 sleeves of crackers, and feeding a small family of 5. Felt like the biggest failure. I had like 5 crackers. Remember so plain. We had to go to social services, still had to wait, vowed never again, and thank the God never had to be there again. But yeah, I mean, times were tough. You know, I I really appreciate the sacrifices that my parents made in raising 4 boys on, the money that they were able to make. And it was not always easy. It was tough. But, we did all right. Once we got past the hard parts, we did all right. And we couldn't have done it without their sacrifice. And sometimes sacrifice was macaroni and cheese and peas. And sometimes it was navigating how many crackers everybody got to have. But I appreciate
we're still here.
Yes, and I appreciate her sharing it, even though she didn't want to talk about it. The manager says lentils. Lots and lots of lentils. And then she put a paw print next to it. I don't understand.
No, it's beans. There was no lentil emoji, so she gave you a bean, which is also a legume.
A legume. Mr. Taney says, I would say getting stuck with powdered milk and sea rats from the base because the Navy messed up your father's pay while he was out to sea, and the best they could do for a couple months was it. Sea rats are what later would become meals ready to eat. Sea rats were tiny little tin cans of food, and they could put all kinds of stuff in those foods, and you can eat them to this day. If you find a case of sea rats and open them up, you can still eat them. There's actually...
No, you can't. Your body cannot handle
There
that.
is somebody who does that.
The modern digestive tract is not equipped to process that. We're too delicate.
The TV show is called Fallout. And I'm pretty sure it's Fallout. And in Fallout, they all live underground in caves because it's post-apocalyptic. And they have a very song there. Da, 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 da. And the song is in my head. I can hear the song, but I can't think of what the song is right now. But there was a cat that I guess I haven't seen his videos in a while, but he would do that. He would get like 70 or 80-year-old sea rats, and he would open them up and he would eat them.
Oh, there was another girl, Emmy Maid, I think is the channel, and she would do old, questionable MREs, but from around the world.
Oh, yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a no for me.
I will tell
Absolutely.
you a quick story about sea rats. I was home, I was sick, I broke into my dad's sea rats.
And then you were rushed to the emergency
I
room.
was not. No, this is back in the days when they were still well within their warranty. He had, he worked on the Marine base there in Camp Lejeune. He had a case of sea rats at the house, and I was sick at home, unattended. So I went into his sea rats and I stole the chocolate cookie. Now, what I didn't realize is punctuation is important. It was chocolate and a cookie, both inside one tin. So you open up the tin, and there was a cookie on top of a slab of chocolate. Did I mention I was sick?
And you still haven't pooped.
So I ate the chocolate. I didn't need the cookie. And later that day, the sickness came upon me, and I expelled all that chocolate in what was, to this day, the best tasting expulsion I've ever had in my life.
It tasted exactly the same.
It did. It tasted just as good going down as it did coming up. It was so strange.
Oh my God. Everything you said sounds terrible.
Jessica says she ate leftover food after closing at the place that she worked in a Florida food court. That makes me think of someone else I know.
That's right. I'm taking this with me.
I'm taking it with me. Again, all of my favorite people responded. Who did not respond? The Mikes and the Shirleys. Because I know Mike went through a poor period, and I would have loved to have heard his response.
He must be out there living his best life, because
he must be doing something.
He must be doing something. The only thing, he's so consistent.
If Shirley were to respond, I would be. Shirley's a beautiful woman, old school, and I'm sure she went through rough times too. And I'm not sure if Shirley's the one that told me. I do know that in some cultures, the family pet is the poorest food you can eat. And,
oh no!
And
I would sacrifice myself.
I do know people that has happened to. They came home from school and there was food, and they wanted to eat the food because they were starving, because they were broke. And the food, they ate the food and then asked, where's Charlie? And Mama would point, there's Charlie. You want seconds?
There'll be no more meatless Tuesdays. No more meatless Tuesdays.
Thank you, everyone. Those were great responses. Those were great questions. 2 weeks in a row, we've had some good responses. Do you have any idea what you are thinking that we could ask moving into next week's question of the week?
What is your favorite day trip to take people when they visit you?
Oh, that's not bad. Tony's Tours and Travels, we've got a pretty good itinerary laid out for the places that we like to go. I'm not going to ruin it by answering that question now. That will be our question of the week next week. When people visit you, where do you take them? What is your go-to? It's funny, Will and his road dog, his assistant, Jimmy, they stopped at the Shady Maple. The Shady Maple, if you don't remember, is the largest restaurant in the world. It is an all-you-can-eat buffet restaurant that is ginormous. If you look it up on the map, you look for Shady Maple, you get the Google view, you're going to see the size of the building, and you're like, that's just a normal building when you're looking at it from 30,000 feet. Okay, hilarious. Look over to the left just a little bit and look at the full-size church next to it. And if you see
I've seen a documentary on that place.
Really?
Yeah, no, there is. It's on Facebook. There's like a short documentary about that place. As soon as you started describing it, I was like, I know exactly what he's talking about. And yeah, they go into this is how many pounds of mashed potatoes we serve here.
The food is not great. But it is a place to go. It is a place to go. And if you ever find yourself here, we're going to take you down for the Amish experience, and we're going to go to the Shady Maple, and that's about it. Maybe a drag show. I know.
I do love me a good time. Don't you tease me.
All right, that is going to be our question of the week. Next week, what is your go-to place for visitors? Where do you take your visitors? I'll find out. I'll think of a better way to answer that. Hey, do you have any news for me?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
And now it is time for headlines from around the globe.
I'm out of my space a little bit. I've got to leave here in an hour or two, and I'm thinking like I have to dress up a little bit because not only am I the star of the movie, I could be the potential award receiver. So I'm looking forward to that. I got to shave just a little bit, and I thought about going and getting my hair did, but no, I'll be all right. This is here's what happens. She goes out there, she finds a headline, she gives it to me. I am completely underprepared. It is my job to mine this headline that she's about to give me for some type of entertainment value. I fail frequently, but I try relentlessly. That's the story of my life.
Competitive eater Joey Chestnut pleads guilty to misdemeanor battery.
So Joey is a sweetheart. He has visited me on more than one occasion. I would love to get him in here. I would love to do an interview with him. He's such he's a normal person that can do extraordinary things. He's a wonderful person. And he's dedicated a lot of time to the troops over the years. So I'm a huge Joey Chestnut fan. The problem is Joey Chestnut is also extremely famous. He's very well known. And what happens when you're famous and you're well known? Well, people want to try you. Always, always, always. People are, you're always going to find the jerk in the crowd if you're famous. And if I had to guess, because I know Joey, if I had to guess, he found a jerk in the crowd who was being Long Island jerky. As you can imagine, all Long Islanders are idiots. And he laid hands on him. And as a responsible man, the police came and they took him into handcuffs and they took him away. And Joey was like, yeah, this guy was being inappropriate in some way or fashion. And I did it. And I'm okay with that. And I'm also okay with the fact that he didn't miss out on his job. I believe, and you've heard me mention her before, and Joey is a sweetheart, and I love him to death, and I'm going to root for him and he's an American from North Carolina. They used to send us free chicory coffee.
Oh, chicory coffee's so good.
But Leia Shutkever, she's...
Oh, you love her.
I do so much because a competitive eater is supposed to look a certain way, and Joey doesn't fit that profile. And Tamaguchi, or whatever the heck his name was, the Japanese guy that was a competitive eater that was setting records, who invented the dip, and that guy, he didn't look like a competitive eater. A lot of competitive eaters are big, fat, disgusting people. Leia is not one of them. She is a competitive eater, but she is smoking hot, and she's got abs, and her ability to ingest hot dogs is mind-blowing. It's just, there's no chewing involved. There's no gag reflex involved. She inserts them into her gullet and they disappear. If she were to compete against Joey Chestnut, I think she could win. I don't know. He does so many, though.
Horrific. I can't watch people eat like that. It makes me so sick.
No, she makes food disappear. Everybody else is eating. She just puts it in her mouth and it's gone. She doesn't even chew. She is a sight for sore eyes, as the fellow would say. How far off was I on?
You were far off. There was some adult beverages involved.
Yeah.
Joey, being the stand-up guy that you described, said it was a misunderstanding. He understood and he took complete responsibility for his actions. So
such a good guy. He really is such a good guy.
Things were taken out of context, and he said that,
sorry,
and
paid the fine.
Just some probation.
Well, that's going to be hard to do, probation. Yeah, I guess you could do it. I don't know. I'm always going to root for him unless he goes up against Leia. Then I'm going to root for Leia because she's mine. She's all mine. somebody, we talk about slipping into someone's DM. Someone sent her a DM and she shared it with her audience. And they're just disgusting idiots out there. Look, again, I don't think we need to remind our listeners. Our listeners are good people, okay? But if you know somebody that's not good people, give them this reminder. You should never DM a woman that you don't know for any reason. Unless it's to say you did a great job. And you were very funny.
But you our periphery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen her in real life. I do know who she is.
Yeah, and you were very specific as to what you were talking about. It's not like, and if she were to go to Damian and be like, hey, do you know this guy? They'd be like, oh yeah, that's our friend Tony. He's super great. He was coming from a genuine place. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the same.
I'm going to tell you, that episode is so fun. It is so fun. And I don't normally do this because they're not FCC friendly. Okay, anybody who's listened to us know we're FCC compliant. We carefully know where the line is and we don't cross the line. And I normally would not recommend you listen to another show that isn't FCC compliant, but I don't think there are very few podcasts out there that pay attention to where the line is anymore. So if you want to hear a very funny podcast with a very funny young woman who's going places, catch her now. She's going to be successful in the comedy game. Check out Attempted Delivery with Sean Dickensheets and Damian, specifically the episode with Ashley Pontius. Now, if you enjoyed that, you could, of course, go back and listen to my episode, but I wouldn't recommend that because I don't want our listeners to know me from that side of me. That's speaking of which, you'll find this interesting. I feel like I had bad sex.
I don't want to know.
I did the Dom and Pickle podcast. And I am the first to admit that I was not my best. I tried to be my best. I didn't do a great job in being interviewed. It's not my proudest moment. I feel bad about it. It's been 2 weeks since the taping of the episode. I have seen Dom twice since then, but he doesn't talk to me. He goes out of his way to avoid me. I didn't do anything bad. I was just bad, and I see him. He sees me. He doesn't even give me a nod. He doesn't give me a wave. He walks over, his girlfriend, Tori, beautiful lady, she says hi to me. Hey, girl, how you? But he'll walk right past me and not say a word. I'm not used to being in this situation. I am amazing when it comes to sex. I don't get treated this way afterwards, but I'm being treated this way, and I don't like it. I am about to become hell hath no fury. I am about to be a woman scorned. I am so upset with him not returning my phone calls.
Do we need to call the second date? That the other podcast, that's the radio station, and they call the person you went on a date with and they're like, hey, this is so-and-so from your insurance. Just kidding. You went on a date with T-Bone and he wants to know why you're not calling him back.
That would be fun. Man, that would be fun. I don't know how we could do that. We should do that. I'll have him call Dom. But Pickle, the capybara of humans, he is. Everyone loves him. Everyone loves him. He's just a cute little capybara, And he walked over to me, hey, and we shook hands, hey, good seeing you. But Dom treats me like a jilted lover.
Oh,
yeah.
He got what he needed and he left.
I hate it. I think we've done all the things that we normally do. I took out the disclaimer last week too. I put the disclaimer in, and then I had to take the disclaimer out because it was so hard to edit. The timing was so much, and I took away our friend Darrell.
We got to give him back this week.
We'll get him back this week. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today. I want to remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you could be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow.
And don't forget that you are loved.
Thank you for listening to T-Bone and Chick Brew. If you enjoyed that show, you should check out the Darrell McClain Show, independent media that won't reinforce tribalism. We have one planet and nobody's leaving, so let's reason together. You can find the Darrell McClain Show at the same place you actually listen to this show. Give it a shot.
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone.